What's up, everybody? Hope we're live, hope we're recording. Welcome to a new video. Guys, today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a video where I talk to the camera about my opinions on some things. And I literally recorded a video maybe 3 hours ago, posted it about an hour ago, and I actually had a question on that video that my heart was just calling to me. I have to make a video on this, so I have to talk about it. And you guys might see me double upload or whatever the case may be in the next day or something. So the day you're watching this, there's probably going to be more than one video uploaded. But I have to answer this question because I know for a fact so many other people have this question. But I got to answer it. By the way, excuse the mess. Sorry, the room's been just a mess. My business, I've been super busy. And sometimes when I'm busy and I'm kind of scatterbrained, I'm thinking about 100 different things at once. My room kind of, I wouldn't call this a room, but this little office here reflects that. So just bear with me, guys. So on the video that I made about the print-on-demand store, I kind of gave some advice. You guys can watch the video if you want, right? But I had a comment from a guy named Foz. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name wrong. Shout out to you, Foz. He said, "Thank you for what you provide. We want a strong marketing strategy if possible. Which platform do we currently use for marketing? Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, etc." And my answer to that person, I'll kind of explain. But before I do explain my answer, I want to talk about something else real quick. And this is what we have to unprogram, guys. On this YouTube channel, we're going to be rewiring your brain. The reason why you're asking a question like that is I can tell already you've been watching way too much of these online gurus. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry. Somebody's got to say it. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to say it, but you're watching too much of them, okay? And I could tell, and I could probably guess which ones you're specifically watching, but let's just keep everything nice and cordial, and let's not call anybody out here. Based on your question asking me what strategy should we use for marketing, what platform should we use? Should we use TikTok? Should we use Snapchat? Tells me exactly where you are or what space you're in e-commerce. And this is why I think mentors are important, but mentors can also trash your business. You're listening to the wrong mentors. No offense, no disrespect, but I'm going to tell you what the facts are. The reality is that no one business should rely on a specific marketing platform that the world is relying on. Let me kind of rephrase that in a story form. Imagine I'm selling hats. Imagine my friend Ricky is selling toilets. We both shouldn't be marketing on the same exact platform. Why? It's because there are different interests, different demographics, and different ways to tell your story on different platforms. If I was to sell a hat on Snapchat, let's say, I could make that work. I could put a campaign together, get an influencer, show the hats on the different influencers, put some music in the background, put some lights, put an ad together, right? Put some music, whatever the case may be. Make the ad look good. But if I'm selling toilets, do I sell that same product on TikTok or Snapchat or whatever platform I used before? No. Because who's the demographic? It's mostly younger people, not people who are home buyers or interested in buying bathroom, remodeling stuff. So my point here is, and this was an extreme example, but my point here is just because your favorite guru tells you TikTok is better than Facebook, TikTok is blowing away Facebook CPMs, TikTok's, cost per action is blowing away Facebook, Facebook is still better than TikTok. All this jargon that you hear, guys, is literally, and I hate to say this, but literally from what you call a fake guru. And I don't like that word, fake guru. Right? That word fake guru, I don't like it. Why? Because it's got a lot of bad attention to it. The person who really made that word famous here on YouTube, I think is just, he's somebody who just tarnishes people's brands online, which I can't stand for something like that. That's why I don't call people out here on the YouTube channel, or I don't pinpoint a certain guru that says or does something. And I'm just giving you guys my 100% honest opinion. You guys could see here, the office isn't fancy. You guys don't see Lamborghinis here. I'm sitting in this office almost 24/7. If I get out maybe 3 hours a week aside from going to the gym, which I'm currently working on, which I go to the gym like once every other day sometimes, I'd be lucky to get 3 hours outdoors per week aside from that. My point here is what I'm trying to say is when you're operating a real business, guys, you don't put out advice like that. You don't say Facebook's better than TikTok. TikTok's better than Facebook. You always put it out with a caveat. You say, hey, TikTok is doing much better for me on Facebook, but it's because of my product or because of my business or whatever. And what happens is these quote unquote fake gurus is they want more attention on YouTube. See, it doesn't matter how much attention I get on YouTube, whether I get 1 million followers or 0 followers. By the way, I don't even make money off these YouTube videos yet. Doesn't matter how much attention I get. You're never going to hear me say something like that. Why? Because I'm not coming out for attention. But when you make a video titled TikTok beats Facebook ads by 10x or whatever ridiculous title it is, people are going to click. When people click, they watch your video. When people watch your video, they try what you're doing. When they try what you're doing and they fail, because they invariably will, 9 times out of 10 they'll fail, because you're not giving them the full picture, you're not giving them the full story as a guru, they're going to say, well, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I should buy the course, buy the mentorship, buy the training. And the you-know-what hits the fan when they find out the price is $599. People are spending their last earnings, $999, whatever the case may be. So, I can tell based on your question, Foz, when you're asking me which platform should I use Facebook, should I use Twitter, whatever, I could tell that maybe you're watching too much of these YouTubers. Now, this is not a hate on them. This is not a hate on you. It's not your fault. Because what that is that grabs people's attention. And I totally understand it. But you're going to have to think logically here, Foz. You didn't give me any kind of, let's say, recommendation of, you didn't tell me what product you're selling. Can we both agree on that? We could agree on that. The comments specifically said, we want a marketing strategy, what platform to use. I can't give a blanket answer for that. I can't say, everybody go use Facebook. Everybody go use Twitter. That's just ridiculous. I can't do that because not every brand fits that story, fits that narrative. Okay? If for example, if Coca-Cola, a brand that was built many years ago, if Coca-Cola goes on, let's say, TikTok, okay? And let's say it's not a challenge video like a drink as much Coca-Cola as you can in 10 seconds. Let's just say it's a regular video where Coca-Cola shows up in the background, okay? The branding is there and everything. And there's millions, let's say the front part of the image is somebody dancing. Yes, Coca-Cola's in the video, but is that going to necessarily increase sales? The answer is not necessarily. Why? Number one, it's not a measurable ad. Number two, it's not a conversion-based ad. There's no call to action for that specific product. And number three, it's not the focus of the ad. Now, let's just say instead for a second, and by the way, Coca-Cola is a hard brand to talk about because there's so many clients for Coca-Cola. Everybody knows what Coca-Cola looks like already. But at the end of the day, purchasing Coca-Cola there's only one way to purchase Coca-Cola. Obviously, when I say one way, I don't mean online or in person, things like that. I mean, why do people purchase Coca-Cola? Because there are true beliefs about Coca-Cola. Some people say they love it. Some people say they hate it and they would never go near it because it causes cancer or whatever the case may be. My point here is, why do I go to say this kind of stuff? My point here is different products sell for different markets in different platforms. You as a responsible marketer, as a responsible entrepreneur, you have to sit there and figure out, where does my brand fit best, okay? This idea that you could just pick any platform that some other guru is using because they recommended it, right? And just slam it with ads and pay hundreds and thousands of dollars with ads as a beginner. There's no one trick pony. There's no one pill that will change your life. I know it's sad to hear that, but this is the truth. When I finally understood this concept, that there's not going to be this one thing that just saves my business. No guru is going to save my business for me. That's when I took it into my own hands and I went all in with it and I figured out the results for myself. Now, I'm not saying don't ask questions, but you have to realize that based on your question, I can tell that you are being programmed by the fake gurus. I don't know what I'll call this video. Maybe I should call this video War Against the Fake Gurus. Who knows? But you have to learn, not just you, Foz, but everybody else who's watching this who wants to be successful, you have to learn that these quote-unquote fake gurus are incentivized, are motivated, are paid to make videos that have ridiculous call to actions, ridiculous attention biases, right? Things like scarcity, things like incentivization, things like fear of missing out, FOMO. All these different things to get you to pan into the video. Now, what I could do, logically, is I can open up videos like these examples, and I could pinpoint where the BS is coming out of the video, and where the psychological manipulation is happening. However, I'm not going to do that because I'm not the type of guy to call these individuals out. Now, I'm sure, there's going to be people that might do that. I'm the type of person where I'm not going to pinpoint somebody out and say you're doing X, Y, Z wrong and you're doing it for your benefit. I'm not going to do that. But these fake gurus are everywhere. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. As a person who's built a real business, like I said, you guys see The Office. There's nothing fancy about this. You guys don't see Lamborghinis and things like that. Why? Because my life is based on work. I don't base my life on entertainment. If I was one of these fake gurus, you'd see the expensive cars and things like that. And by the way, let me just say one thing for you guys. Back in 2018, not even 2018, let's just say 2019, 2020, when the uploads were happening about Shopify, and Shopify was starting to go through that peak, okay, of attention, and everybody wanted to be a Shopify dropshipper. What do you think was being shown to give people, get the attention of the younger generation, even some of the older ones who are struggling with money? What do you think it was? It was the cars, the parties, the moving out to Miami, etc. Now, where are those YouTubers now? If you look at those same exact YouTubers, your favorite YouTubers back in 2019, 2020, who were, quote unquote, killing it with Shopify, where are their videos now talking about the best strategy, etc.? It didn't exist. Why? Because they hopped on a trend. They were making money selling the Shopify affiliate package, right? Does that make sense? They're making money selling this affiliate package, and when the Shopify company blocked them from selling affiliates, like you can't be an affiliate anymore. This has happened to multiple of these gurus because Shopify had believed that they're giving the wrong information. Now ask yourself for a second, why would Shopify do that? Why would Shopify not allow these fake gurus to be partnered with Shopify any longer, make them not become a partner anymore, and not be allowed to put their affiliate link on the videos, and they canceled their affiliate accounts? Why do you think that is? Now think logically here. Well, because I can tell you the answer. It's because when they created these clickbaity videos that went quote unquote viral, because they actually did, they got hundreds and thousands of views, you would have people who have no experience, kind of like me in life, clicking on the videos, signing up to these Shopify businesses, right? Paying the free trials and whatever, but guess what would happen? It would hurt Shopify's business because Shopify would now get disputes because these kids, because that's what they were majority of kids at the time who were signing up to Shopify and all that. And by the way, guys, if you're a younger individual, I'm young too. I promote business while you're young. It's better to do it while you're young. It's going to get harder when you get older, when you actually have responsibilities. But the thing that I don't like is, like I said, that psychological manipulation is what would happen is these kids would spend their parents' money or their own money, not have enough money or maybe have regret of buying it. What would they do? They would dispute the payment. And what happens is when you have a company as large as Shopify on the stock market, maybe at the time they weren't on the stock market, which they weren't, but at the time looking to get an IPO, that looks very, very bad. When you have 60% of your customer base forming disputes, investors are going to ask questions. They're going to say, well, what the hell is wrong with this product? My point is, behind all of this, is Shopify doesn't even promote this this clickbaity, get-rich-quick idea. But who is promoting them? You have to, go back to the original. It is the gurus. This is why I tell people, when I specifically recommend a certain product, like a Shopify theme, or let's say I never recommended a course yet, but let's say if I was to recommend a course or anything like that, I would say this. I would say this product is a product that could improve your results. But I will tell you why. And I always use the same simile or anomaly. I use it every time. I talk about the same concept. I say what, guys? I say the theme that you get, or the course that you get, or whatever you get. Business is a battle, and you are a soldier. You are an army, a knight, a soldier, however you want to say it. You are a soldier, and any weapon that you decide to get could be your theme, could be a course, could be some mentorship, could be whatever. It is a weapon. And it takes the right person with the right amount of training to learn how to wield that weapon properly. You can be the most courageous person in the world, but if you have a dull weapon, you will not be effective in battle, right? But you could be not courageous at all, have no cojones, basically, for battle, no chutzpah, as they say, with the sharpest weapon in the world, and you still won't be able to do any impact in the battle, in the war. And that's how business is like. It doesn't matter what course you give to the guy who's not motivated. It doesn't matter what theme you give him. It doesn't matter what program you give him. Even if you give him a lifetime supply, a free lifetime membership, subscription on a monthly basis, it doesn't matter what you give that person. They will not be able to use those resources because they just simply don't have, like I said, the chutzpah or the energy or the bravery or the courage or whatever word you want to use to explain what that is. Now, if you give the very little lack of resources to somebody who's motivated, they might have a chance. Now, the chance is small, but they might have a chance. That's why it's so hard to be successful in business. Now, to answer your question, what strategy the best? The answer is none of them and all of them. You have to figure out where does your product fit best, and you have to use it. If I sat here, I would be a total fake guru if I sat here and said, guys, Instagram is the best platform known to man. No. I mean, it might be good for me. Doesn't mean it's going to be good for you because my product might be different, right? I'll give you an example of this, guys. I used to sell a product, and I sold this business, but I used to sell a product that was a goldfish training guide. I'll say that again because it was a little abstract. Goldfish, like the fish, like the little fish that you get like at the pet store, training guide. What that is literally a training guide, how to train your goldfish. And I hired this guy to write the program for me, and I sold it. Now, would that be ideal to sell on Instagram? The answer is no, because Instagram is more of a flashy platform. What would sell good on Instagram? Jewelry, clothing, not a goldfish training guide. How did I sell the goldfish training guide? I used the Google platform for search, right? If I was to sell it on LinkedIn, would it work? No, because LinkedIn is a business-based platform. If I sold it on TikTok, would it work? Maybe. I mean, who really knows? You might have to test it, right? Depending on the kind of creative you created, but maybe, right? So all I'm trying to say here is there's certain circumstances in which a ad would work. And those circumstances are different for each platform. Now, with that being said, your goal as a marketer or as an entrepreneur is you have to figure out what is the best way I can market my product. Regardless of what the gurus are saying, that Instagram is this, and see, the gurus know one thing. The gurus operate on a psychological basis. They know that humans inherently have shiny object syndrome, which basically means anything that might seem attractive, humans are going to flock to. It's just like putting a nice girl in a classroom, a nice, attractive looking girl in a classroom, in a college classroom. All the dudes are going to flock to her. It's the same way like you're putting a Lamborghini in the middle of the hood. All the kids in the hood are going to flock to the Lamborghini because they've never seen something so nice. Quote unquote, shiny object syndrome. For people that are hungry for success, who are dying to be successful, to be rich, to break that financial curse that doesn't exist, but to break that quote unquote curse, okay? Once again, this is all programming, but to break that quote unquote curse, right? They'll do anything. So what is it? Shiny object syndrome. When they see a video of saying, get 4x ROAS, marketing on TikTok. Here's how to do it. Always pay attention to what's going on in the back end. Sometimes it can be as simple as views. Sometimes it can be as simple as clicks. That's why for the rest of time, guys, you're never going to see a video of mine that's clickbaity, like, here's how I made 4 million, blah, blah, blah. I mean, unless it's just straight up true, it's not going to happen. And the reality is this is why I do how to step-by-step, click-by-click videos. You will not Guys, I get comments on a daily basis of people saying, man, this video is too long. And I'll check how long the video is. It'd be like 20 minutes. And here's the thing. We have, as a human species, guys, we have went so down to a level where we as people cannot focus on a video for 20 minutes long. I don't know how I made it through, how these people made it through school, which I can't blame them. Obviously, sometimes I'm boring, but let's be realistic here. If you want a goal, if you want to achieve a goal, you have to do whatever it takes to achieve that goal, right? So this is just my best advice for you, Foz, is try to reformat the way you're thinking. Try to think about what questions you're asking. People say, no question is a bad question. That's not entirely true. You have to ask yourself, because at the end of the day, based on the questions you ask, it tells a lot to people about what your level of understanding is. And there's no shame in asking questions, but you have to pay attention. Why are you asking a specific question? Okay? And as a general rule, I want you guys to be aware of this. To be successful in business is you have to find a product. You have to make sure that either you're able to communicate to the audience or show to the audience that product will somehow impact people in their daily life. Whatever the product might be. It could be a car. It could be a shoe. It could be a sock. It doesn't matter what the product is. It could be a service. It could be cutting grass. It could be hauling trash. It could be whatever it is. And then what you have to do is you have to accurately and effectively show that product, service, benefit, whatever you want to call it, to the world. That is essentially how you build a business. All this extra stuff is what platform, what cost per click, what interest, all that stuff is irrelevant, because if you can get that part right, which in layman's, basically in general jargon for the YouTube channel is called conversion optimization. If you can convert your customers, then you know the principles of business. It doesn't matter what business you start. You could do a garbage business where you pick up garbage for people. It doesn't matter what business you start. As long as you understand that, everything else falls into place. This is why I tell people, make sure your website looks professional. It's the first impression that people get to see of your business. I see so many people having ridiculous websites, logos like this big, bigger than the whole entire page, bigger than any product image they have. And I say, what is the strategy behind this? There is no strategy. I mean, this cannot be logical for people to do something like this. But at the end of the day, hopefully, with all humility, guys, I know sometimes I could come off arrogant or something like that. I don't want to come off that way for these videos. I want to impact people in a positive light. Like I said, try to rewire your brain. Ask yourself, why am I seeing this video right now? How is it going to help me? And if it does not help you in business, do not watch it. Do not interact with it. Do not engage with it. One of the best things that I thank God for in my business journey is that I wasn't exposed to the what do you want to call it? The attention-seeking behavior of the fake gurus early. I wasn't exposed to that. But now, everybody knows attention equals money. And for these fake gurus, it's a meal ticket. When you sell a $600 course, a $900 course, it's a meal ticket. You know what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to come out with courses in the future. But I'm gonna make a point. And I'm going to charge ridiculously low for these courses to say, hey, watch out for the fake gurus. That's basically what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to come out with them one day. Right now, way too busy. So, I mean, not anytime soon. But I'm just saying, if I was to come out with courses, that's probably what I would do. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to, on purpose, charge very low for these products just to make a point. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm just rambling at this point. Peace out, bye. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon, hopefully in the next video, all right? Peace out.